1 And God appeared unto him by the oaks of Mamre, as he sat at the door of his tent at noon. 2 And he lifted up his eyes, and looked, and, behold, 3 men stood by him, and when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the door of his tent, and bowed himself to the ground. 3 And he said, My Lord, if now I have found grace in thy sight, let not thy lad pass away. For let a little water, I pray thee, be fetched, and wash your feet, and cool yourselves under the tree. 5 And I will fetch bread, and eat, and afterward ye shall pass over into the wilderness. Your way where you went, you turned aside to your lad, and they said, Do as you have said. 6 And Abraham hastened into the tent to Sarah, and said to her, Hurry, and prepare 3 measures of fine flour, and prepare secretly. 7 And Abraham ran to the oxen, and took a tender and good calf, and gave it to the lad, and hasted to prepare it. 8 And he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had prepared, and set it before them, and they did eat. And he stood by them under the tree. 9 And he said to him, Where is Sarah your wife? And he answered and said, I have prepared a meal for you, and I have prepared a meal for you. Behold, in the tent. 10 And he said, I will surely return unto thee about this time set, and Sarah thy wife shall bear a son. But Sarah heard not at the door of the tent, for she was behind him. 11 Now Abraham and Sarah were old, and well stricken in years, and Sarah was past the time of women. 12 And Sarah laughed within herself, saying, Nay, it hath happened unto me, and my Lord is old. 13 And the Lord said unto Abraham, Wherefore did Sarah laugh within herself, saying, Behold, I shall surely bear a child, and I am old? One It is impossible for God to say, I will return to you at this time, and Sarah will have a son. 15 But Sarah denied, saying, I did not laugh. She was afraid. And he said, No, but you did laugh. 16 And the men looked from there toward Sodom and Gomorrah, but Abraham was not walking with them in the way. 17 And the Lord said, I will not hide from my son Abraham what I am about to do. 18 Abraham will surely become a great and numerous nation, and all the nations of the earth will be blessed in him. 19 For I know that I will make a covenant with my children. Him and his household with him, and they will keep the ways of the Lord, to do righteousness and justice, so that the Lord may bring upon Abraham all that he has spoken to him. 20 And the Lord said, The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is so great, and their sin is very grievous. 21 I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry against them, which has come to me, and if not, I will know. 22 And the men turned from there and went toward Sodom. But Abraham stood before the Lord. 23 And he approached Abraham and said, Do not sweep away the righteous with the wicked, and let the wicked be the righteous as the wicked. 24 If there be 50 righteous within the city, thou shalt not destroy the whole place for the 50 righteous that are therein. 25 Thou shalt do according to this word, to save the righteous with the wicked, and the righteous shall be as the wicked, thou shalt not judge the whole land unjustly. 26 And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, I will spare all the place for their sakes. 27 And Abraham answered and said, I have now begun to speak unto the Lord, but I am dust and ashes. 28 But if the 50 righteous shall be diminished, and 5 shall perish for the sake of the 5. And he said, I will not destroy it, if I find 40 and 5 there. 29 And he came near to speak unto him again, and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 40. 30 And he said, What, Lord? If I speak, if there shall be 30 not found there? And he said, I will not destroy it, if I find 30 there. 31 And he said, Because I have to speak unto the Lord, if there shall be 20 not found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the sake of the 20. 32 And he said, Lord, if I speak yet once more, suppose 10 are found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the 10's sake. 33 And the Lord departed, as soon as he had left speaking with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. One And the 2 angels came to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot seeing it rose up to meet them, and bowed himself with his face to the ground. 2 And he said, Behold now, my lords, turn aside into your son's house, and wash your feet, and rise up, and go your way. And they said, Nay, but we will lodge in the street. 3 And he went down unto them, and they turned aside unto him, and they came into his house, and he made them drink, and set unleavened bread before them, and they did eat. For before thee and the men of the city, the men of Sodom, compassed the house about, both young and old, all the people together. 5 And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came in unto thee tonight? Bring them out unto us, that we may have intercourse with them. 6 And Lot went out unto them unto the door, and shut the door after him. 7 And he said unto them, I pray thee, brethren, do not so wickedly. 8 And I have 2 daughters, which have not known man, bring them out unto you, and do unto them as ye shall do. If it please you, do not do any wrong to these men, for they have come under the shelter of my beams. 9 They said, Go away from there, you have come to sojourn, do not judge, and judge now. Therefore, we will harm you rather than them. And they pressed hard on the man Lot and came near to break the door. 10 But the men stretched out their hands and forced Lot into the house with them, and they shut the door of the house. 11 And they struck the men who were at the door of the house with blindness, from small to great, and they became paralyzed, seeking the door. 12 And the men said unto Lot, Have ye here sons-in-law, or sons, or daughters? Or if any man be with thee, send him out of this place. 13 For we have destroyed the place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. 14 And Lot went out, and spake unto his sons-in-law, which had married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place, for the Lord destroyeth the city. And he mocked before his sons-in-law. 15 And it came to pass in the morning, that it was very hot. The angel said to Lot, Arise, take your wife and your 2 daughters, who are here, and get out, so that you will not be consumed by the iniquity of the city. 16 But the angels were moved and held up his hand, the hand of his wife, and the hands of his 2 daughters, while he was fleeing from his master. 17 And it happened that they brought them out and said, Save your life. Do not look back. Do not stay anywhere in the mountains. Save yourself, lest you be swept away. 18 But Lot said to them, I beg you, my lords. 19 For he has found you have shown me mercy and have magnified your righteousness, which you have done for me to save my life, but I am not able to escape to the mountain, lest evil overtake me and I die. 20 Behold, this city is near for me to flee to. It is small. There I will escape. It is not small, and my life will be spared. 21 And he said to him, Behold, I have shown you favor, and at this word you have spoken, that you will not destroy the city of which you have spoken. 22 Hurry therefore and escape there, for I cannot do anything until I come there. Therefore he called the name of the city Zor. 23 The sun rose upon the earth, and Lot entered Zor. 24 And the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. 25 And he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and all that came out of the land. 26 And his wife looked behind her, and she became a pillar of salt. 27 And Abraham rose up early in the morning unto the place where he stood before the Lord. 28 And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward the land of the plain, and looked, and, behold, there came up a cloud of smoke from the 29 And it came to pass, when the Lord destroyed all the cities of the plain, that the God of Abraham remembered, and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when the Lord overthrew the cities wherein Lot dwelt. 30 And Lot went up out of Zor, and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he was afraid to dwell in Zor, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters with him. 31 And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is an old man, and there is not a man in the land that shall come in unto us, according to the custom of all the land. 32 Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. 33 And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in, and lay with her father that night, and she knew not when she lay down, and when she arose. 34 And it came to pass on the morrow, that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with our father, let us make him drink wine this night also, and we will go in, and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. 35 And they made their father drink wine also in the morning. That night they made their father drink wine, and the younger went in and lay with her father, and he did not. And it came to pass, when she slept, and when she arose, 36 and the 2 daughters of Lot conceived by their father. 37 And the elder bare a son, and called his name Moab, saying, He is the father of the Moabites of my father unto this day. 38 And the younger also bare a son, and called his name Haman, the son of my kindred, he is the father of the Ammonites unto this day. One And Abraham journeyed from thence into the land of Lebanon, and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. 2 And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, She is my sister, for he feared to say, She is my wife, for he feared to say, She is my wife, lest the men of the city should kill him for her. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent, and took Sarah. 3 And God came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said, Behold, thou shalt die for the woman which thou hast taken, and she is a man's wife. 4 But Abimelech went not unto her, but said, O Lord, you are a foolish nation, and you will destroy the righteous. 5 He said to me, She is my sister, and she said to me, She is my brother. In the integrity of your heart and in the innocence of your hands I did this. 6 But God said to him in a dream, I know that you did this in the integrity of your heart, and I also withheld you from sinning against me. Therefore I did not let you touch her. 7 Now therefore, give the woman back to the man, for he is a prophet, and he will pray for you, and you will live. But if you do not give her back, know that you and all that you have will die. 8 And Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants, and he spoke all these words in their ears, and all the people were greatly afraid. 9 And Abimelech called Abraham, and said unto him, What is this that thou hast done unto us? And how have we sinned against thee? Thou hast brought upon me and upon my kingdom a great sin, which no man can do, in that thou hast done unto me. 10 And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What meanest thou to do this? 11 And Abraham said, I said, Surely there is no fear of God in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. 12 And she is my sister of my father's side, but I was not born of a mother, nor was she born to me as a wife. 13 And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This righteousness shalt thou do unto me, in every place whither we come, say of me, He is my brother. 14 And Abimelech took 1,000 shekels of silver, and sheep, and oxen, and children, and maidservants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. 15 And Abimelech said unto Abraham, Behold, my land is before thee, dwell there, if it please thee. 16 And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 shekels of silver, it shall be thine. For the honor of your face and of all who are with you, and do all things truthfully. 17 And Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech, and his wife, and his maidservants, and they bare children. 18 For the Lord had closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech, because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. One And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did to Sarah as he had spoken. 2 And Sarah conceived, and bare Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which the Lord had spoken unto him. 3 And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare unto him, Isaac. 4 And Abraham circumcised Isaac the 8th day, as God had commanded him. 5 And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. 6 And Sarah said, The Lord hath made me to laugh, for he that heareth shall rejoice in me. 7 And he said, What shall I do? Tell Abraham that Sarah is nursing a child, that she has borne a son in her old age. 8 And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great vessel on the day that Isaac his son was weaned. 9 And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had borne to Abraham, playing with Isaac her son. 10 And she said unto Abraham, Cast out this handmaid, and her son also, for the son of this handmaid shall not be heir with my son Isaac. 11 And the word was very grievous in the sight of Abraham concerning his son. 12 And God said unto Abraham, Let the word be hard against you concerning the child and concerning the maidservant, in all that Sarah says to you, listen to her voice, for in Isaac shall your seed be called. 13 And I will make the son of this maidservant into a great nation, because he is your seed. 14 And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and took bread and a bottle of water, and gave them to Hagar, and put it on her shoulder, and the child, and sent her away, and she went and wandered in the wilderness by the well of the oath. 15 And the water was gone out of the bottle, and she cast the child under a juniper tree. 16 And she sat down. She was about a bowshot away from him, and she said, I cannot bear to see the death of my child. And she sat opposite him. And they cried out, and the child wept. 17 And God heard the voice of the child from the place where she was, and the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven, and said to her, What is this, Hagar? Fear not, for God has heard the voice of your child from the place where you are. 18 Arise, take the child and hold him in your hand, for I will make him a great nation. 19 And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of living water. And she went and filled the water skin. And she gave the child drink. 20 And God was with the child, and he grew, and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. 21 And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. 22 And it came to pass at that time, that Abimelech, and Ahazeth his father-in-law, and Phicol the captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. 23 Now therefore, I pray thee, do me a favor, that thou deal not with me, nor with my seed, nor with my name, but according to the righteousness which I have done with thee, thou shalt deal with thee. With me and the land where you have sojourned. 24 And Abraham said, I will be with you. 25 And Abraham questioned Abimelech about the wells of water that Abimelech's sons had taken. 26 And Abimelech said to him, I do not know who has done this thing. You did not tell me, nor did I hear of it until today. 27 And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and the two of them made a covenant. 28 And Abraham set apart 7 ewe lambs by themselves. 29 And Abimelech said to Abraham, What are these? The 7 ewe lambs of this flock which thou hast set apart by themselves. 30 And Abraham said, Take these 7 ewe lambs of mine, that they may be a witness unto me, that I digged this well. 31 Therefore he called the name of that place well of the oath, because there they swear both of them. 32 And they made a covenant at the well of the oath. Then Abimelech rose up, and Ahozah his son-in-law, and Phicol the captain of his host, and they returned into the land of the Philistines. 33 And Abraham planted a tree by the well of the oath, and called there the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord is the everlasting God. 34 And Abraham sojourned in the land of the Philistines many days. And it came to pass after these words, that God tempted Abraham, and said unto him, Abraham. And Abraham said, Here am I. 2 And he said, Take now thy son Isaac, thy only son, whom thou lovest, and go unto the land of the high places, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains of which I shall tell thee. 3 And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his ass, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and he clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up, and went unto the place of which God had told him. For on the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. 5 Abraham said to his young men, Sit with me and the donkey, while I and the boy go over here and worship. 6 Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and gave it to his son Isaac. He also took the fire in his hand and the knife, and they went together. 7 Isaac said to his father Abraham, Father, what is it, my son? He said, Here is the fire and the wood, where is the lamb for the burnt offering? 8 And Abraham said, God will provide for himself a lamb for a burnt offering. And they went both of them together. 9 And they came to the place which God had told him of, and Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and took Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. 10 And Abraham stretched out his hand to take the knife to slay his son. 11 And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven, and said unto him, Abraham. And Abraham said, Here am I. 12 And he said, Lay not thy hand upon the do nothing to the boy, for now I know that you fear God, and have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. 13 And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, a ram caught in a thicket by its horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up for a burnt offering instead of Isaac his son. 14 And Abraham called the name of that place the Lord has seen, that they might say, Today in the mount the Lord has appeared. 15 And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time out of heaven, 16 saying, By myself have I sworn. Saith the Lord, because thou hast done this thing, and hast not withheld thy son, thy only begotten, for my sake, 17 Surely in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall inherit the cities of the nations. 18 And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. 19 Then Abraham returned unto his young men, and rose up, and went together unto the well of the oath, and Abraham dwelt by the well of the oath. 20 And it came to pass after these words, and they told Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah also hath borne unto thy brother Nahor, 21 Ox his firstborn, and Bach his brother, and Kemuel the father of the Syrians, 22 And Hazhad, and Azal, and Paldash, and Jidlaph, and Bethuel. 23 And Bethuel begot Rebekah. These 8 sons did Milcah bear unto Nahor, Abraham's brother. 24 And his concubine, whose name was Reumah, she bare Tabeb, and Gom, and Toh, and Mocha. One And Sarah lived 127 years. 2 And Sarah died in the city of Arbach, which is in the valley, which is Hebron in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah, and to mourn for her. 3 And Abraham rose up from before his dead, and said unto the children of Het, For I am a stranger and a sojourner with you, give me therefore a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead from among me. 5 And the children of Het answered Abraham, saying, 6 Nay, my lord, hear us, but be thou a king rather than God among us. Bury your dead in our choice of tombs, for none of us has withheld his tomb from you, that you may bury your dead there. 7 And Abraham rose up and bowed down to the people of the land, to the sons of Het. 8 And Abraham spoke to them, saying, If it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat for me to Ephron the son of Shir. 9 And the cave that is in the field, which is in the field, give it me for a possession of a tomb. 10 And Ephron dwelt among the sons of Shir, and said unto them, If ye will that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me, and entreat for me to Ephron the son of Shir. 11 And the cave that is in the field, which is in the field, give it me for a possession of a tomb. 12 And Ephron dwelt among the sons of Shir, and said, And Ephron the Hittite answered Abraham in the audience of the children of Het, and of all that went in unto his city, saying, 11 Hearken unto me, my lord, and hearken unto me, the field and the cave that is therein give I thee, in the presence of all my people give I it thee, bury thy dead there. 12 And Abraham bowed himself before the people of the land. 13 And he said unto Ephron in the audience of the people of the land, For the price of the field is with me, hearken unto me, take it of me, that I may bury my dead there. 14 And Ephron answered Abraham, saying, 15 No, my lord, the land is worth 400 shekels of silver between me and you. What if this is the case? Bury your dead. 16 And Abraham listened to Ephron, and Abraham restored to Ephron the silver that he had named in the hearing of the sons of Het, 400 shekels of silver, current with the merchant. 17 And the field of Ephron, which was in the cave of the double cave that was before Mamre, the field, and the cave that was in it, and all the trees that were in the field that were in the borders of it round about, 18 was made over to Abraham for a possession in the sight of the sons of Het, and of all that came into the city. 19 And after this Abraham buried Sarai his wife in the cave of the field, which is before Mamre, which is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. 20 And the field, and the cave that was therein, were made sure unto Abraham for a possession of a burying place by the sons of Het. One And Abraham was old, well stricken in years, and the Lord had blessed Abraham in all things. 2 And Abraham said unto his son, the eldest of his house, the ruler of all that he had, Put thy hand under my thigh. 3 And I will make thee swear by the Lord, the God of heaven, and the God of the earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son Isaac of the daughters of the Canaanites, among whom I dwell, but thou shalt go unto my country, whithersoever I was born, and unto my kindred, and take a wife unto my son Isaac. 5 And the lad said unto him, Peradventure the woman will not be willing to follow me to this land, I will take your son back to the land from whence you came. 6 And Abraham said unto him, Beware that thou bring not my son back thither. 7 The Lord God of heaven and the God of the earth, which took me from my father's house, and from the land of my nativity, which spake unto me, and sware unto me, saying, Unto thee will I give this land, and unto thy seed, he will send his angel before thee, and thou shalt take a wife for my son Isaac from thence. 8 But if the woman be unwilling, the woman will go with you to this land, you will be clean from this oath, only do not turn my son away there. 9 And the lad put his hand under the thigh of Abraham his master, and swore to him concerning this matter. 10 And the lad took 10 camels of his master's camels, and of all that his master had with him, and arose, and went to Mesopotamia, to the city of Nahor. 11 And he made the camels lie down outside the city by a well of water, where the women come out to draw water. 12 And the Lord God of my master said, Abraham, please show kindness to me today and show kindness to my master Abraham. 13 Behold, I stand by the spring of water, and the daughters of the men of the city are coming out to draw water. 14 And it shall be, that the virgin, when I say, let down your pitcher that I may drink, and she say, drink, I will also water your camels, until they have finished drinking, which you have prepared for your son Isaac. By this I shall know that you have shown kindness to my master Abraham. 15 And it came to pass, before he had done speaking, that she spoke in her mind, and, behold, Rebekah, who was born to Bethuel son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, was going out with her water jar on her shoulder. 16 The virgin was very beautiful to look at. She was a virgin. No man had known her. She went down to the spring and drew her water jar and came up. 17 The servant ran to meet her and said, Please give me a little water from your jar to drink. 18 She said, Drink, sir. He hurried and let down his jar on her arm and gave her a drink. 19 When he had finished drinking, he said, I will draw water for your camels too. 20 And she hastened and emptied her pitcher into the trough, and ran again to the well to draw water, and drew water for all the camels. 21 But the man kept quiet, waiting to see whether the Lord had made his journey successful or not. 22 And it came to pass, when all the camels had finished drinking, that the man took a gold earring of the weight of a drachma of gold, and 2 bracelets in her hands, 10 gold pieces of gold, each weighing 23, and asked her, Whose daughter are you? Tell me, is there a place for us with your father, to lie down? 24 And she said unto him, I am the daughter of Bethuel, whom Milcah bare unto Nahor. 25 And she said unto him, We have both straw and provender enough, and room to lie down. 26 And the man was content, and worshipped the Lord. 27 And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of my master Abraham, who hath not forsaken his righteousness and his truth before my master, the Lord hath brought me into the house of my master's brother. 28 And the damsel ran, and told at her mother's house according to these words. 29 And Rebekah had a brother, whom Laban's name was Laban. And Laban ran to the man outside to the spring. 30 And it came to pass, when he saw the earrings and the rings on his sister's hands, and when he heard the words of Rebekah his sister, saying, Thus spake the man unto me, and he came to the man as he stood by the camels at the spring. 31 And he said unto him, Come in quickly, blessed of the Lord, why standest thou without? While I have prepared the house, and a place for the camels. 32 And the man came into the house, and ungirded the camels, and gave straw and provender to the camels. Camels and water to wash his camels and the camels of the men who were with him. 33 And he set bread before them to eat, and he said, I will not eat until I have spoken with my words. And they said, Speak. 34 And he said, I am Abraham's son. 35 And the Lord has greatly blessed my master, and has increased his countenance, and has given him sheep and oxen, silver and gold, children and maids, camels and asses. 36 And Sarah my master's wife bore my master a son in his old age, and he has given him all that he had. 37 And my master made me swear, saying, You shall not take a wife for my son from the daughters of the Canaanites, in whose land I dwell. 38 But you shall go to my father's house and to my kindred and take a wife for my son from there. 39 But I said to my master, No, no. The woman will not go with me. 40 And the Lord, before whom I have found favor, said to me, He will send his angel with you and prosper your way, and you shall take a wife for my son from my kindred and from my father's house. 41 Then you shall be free from my yoke, for I have sworn to you, if you come to my kindred and they do not give you a wife, then you shall be free from my oath. 42 And I came today to the spring and said, O Lord, God of my master Abraham, if now you have prospered my way which I am going. 43 Behold, I am standing by the spring of water, and the daughters of the men of the city are coming out to draw water, and the virgin is saying, If I say, Please give me a little water from your jar to drink. 44 And she says to me, Drink, and I will also draw water for your camels. Let her be the woman whom the Lord has appointed for his servant Isaac. By this I know that you have shown kindness to my master Abraham. 45 And it came to pass, before he had finished speaking, that Rebekah came out with her jar on her shoulder, and went down to the spring. I said to her, Please give me a drink. 46 And she quickly let down her jar from her own side, and said, Drink, and I will give your camels a drink, and I will drink. And she drank and gave my camels a drink as well. 47 And I asked her, and said, Whose daughter are you? Am I the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Nahor, whom Milcah bore to him? And I put her earlobes and the bracelets on her hands. 48 And when she was well pleased, I bowed down and blessed the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, who had led me in the right way to take the daughter of my master's brother for my son. 49 If you will deal kindly and justly with my master, tell me, but if not, tell me, that I may turn to the right hand or to the left. 50 Laban and Bethuel answered and said, The thing proceedeth from the Lord, we cannot return the evil for good. 51 Behold, Rebekah is before thee, take her, and let her be thy master's son's wife, as the Lord hath spoken. 52 And it came to pass, when the lad Abraham heard these words, that he bowed himself to the earth before the Lord. 53 And the lad brought forth jewels of silver, and jewels of gold, and raiment. He gave Rebekah and gave gifts to her brother and her mother. 54 And he and the men who were with him ate and drank and lay down. And he rose up in the morning and said, Send me away, that I may go to my master. 55 But her brothers and her mother said, Let the virgin abide with us a few days, about 10, and after that she shall go. 56 But he said to them, Do not detain me, since the Lord has prospered my way. Send me away, that I may go to my master. 57 And they said, Let us call the girl, and inquire of her mouth. 58 And they called Rebekah and they said to her, Go with this man. But she said, I will go. 59 And they sent away Rebekah their sister, and her possessions, and the boy Abraham and those with him. 60 And they blessed Rebekah their sister, and said to her, Become 1,000 thousands of thousands, and let your seed inherit the cities of the east. 61 And Rebekah arose, and her men, and they mounted the camels, and went with the man. And the man took up Rebekah, and departed. 62 And Isaac went on his way to the well of vision, but he dwelt in the land of Lebanon. 63 And Isaac went out to glean in the field toward the valley, and he lifted up his eyes, and, behold, camels came. 64 And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and saw Isaac, and lighted down from the camel. 65 And said unto the lad, Who is that man walking in the field to meet us? And the lad said, It is my master, and she that was with the reaper was gathered together. 66 And the lad told Isaac all the things that he had done. 67 And Isaac went into his mother's house, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife and he loved her, and Isaac was entreated for Sarah his mother. One And Abraham took a wife, whose name was Keturah. 2 And she bare him Zimran, and Ikshan, and Mudun, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shua. 3 And Ikshan bare Sheba, and Taman, and Dedan. And the sons of Dedan were Ruel, and Nabdeel, and Asur, and Letushim, and Lumim. 4 And the sons of Midian, Gipha, and Epher, and Hanak, and Abra, and Elra, all these were the sons of Keturah. 5 And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac his son. 6 And unto the sons of his concubines Abraham gave possessions, and sent them away. Them from Isaac his son while he was still alive to the east country. 7 And these are the years of the life of Abraham, which he lived, 175 years. 8 And Abraham gave up the ghost, and died in a good old age, an old man, and full of days, and was gathered unto his people. 9 And Isaac and Ishmael his sons buried him in the cave that is in the field of Ephron the Hittite, which is before Mamre, 10 The field, and the cave that Abraham had purchased of the children of Het, there Abraham buried he and Sarah his wife. 11 And it came to pass after the death of Abraham, that God blessed Isaac his son, and Isaac dwelt by the well of vision. 12 Now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar Sarah's handmaid bare unto Abraham. 13 And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael, by the names of their generations, Ishmael the firstborn, Nebaioth, and Kedar, and Nabdeel, and Mas-Sam, 14 And Mishma, and Idumah, and Massa, 15 And Hadad, and Taman, and Jetur, and Naphesh, and Kedemah. 16 These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names in their tents and in their cities, 12 princes according to their nations. 17 And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years, and he expired, and died, and was gathered unto his people. 18 And he dwelt from Havilah unto Shur, that is before Egypt, until he came to Assyria, in the presence of all his brethren. 19 And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son, Abraham begot Isaac. 20 And Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah the daughter of Bethuel the Syrian of Paddan Aram, the sister of Laban the Syrian, to be his wife. 21 And Isaac saw the Lord concerning Rebekah his wife, that she was a virgin, and a virgin of the children of Israel. But God heard him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. 22 And when she had conceived, she said, If this be so, why should this be done to me? And she went and believed in the Lord. 23 And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 people shall be separated from thy bowels, and 1 people shall be greater than another, and the elder shall serve the younger. 24 And the days were fulfilled that she should be delivered, and, behold, there were twins in her womb. 25 And the firstborn came out, and his face was white as a wild ox, and she called his name Esau. 26 And after this came out his brother, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and he called his name Jacob. Now Isaac was 80 years old when Rebekah bare them. 27 And the boys grew, and Esau was a man of the field, but Jacob was not a man of the field. 28 And Isaac loved Esau, because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. 29 And Jacob sawed pottage in the evening, and Esau came in from the field at twilight. 30 And Esau said unto Jacob, Taste me, I pray thee, because of the burning of this fire, that I am consumed, therefore was his name called Edom. 31 And Jacob said unto Esau, Sell me this day thy birthright. 32 And Esau said, Behold, I am going last, and what profit shall these birthrights to me? 33 And Jacob said unto him, Swear unto me this day, and swear unto him. And Esau gave his birthright to Jacob. 34 And Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentil soup, and he did eat and drink, and he arose, and went and told Esau his birthright. Now there was a famine in the land, besides the former famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went to Abimelech king of the Philistines to Gerar. 2 And the Lord appeared to him, and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land where I shall say unto thee, 3 sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and bless thee, for unto thee, and unto thy seed will I give all these lands, and perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. And I will multiply thy seed as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these lands, and in your seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. 5 Because your father Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my commandments, my statutes, my ordinances, and my laws. 6 And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. 7 And the men of the place asked him about Rebekah his wife, and he said, She is my sister. For he was afraid to say, She is my wife, lest the men of the place kill him because of Rebekah, because she was beautiful in appearance. 8 And he lived there many years. Then Abimelech king of Gerar looked out at the window and saw Isaac playing with his Rebekah his wife. 9 Then Abimelech called Isaac and said to him, Is she really your wife? Why did you say, She is my sister? And Isaac said to him, I said, Why should I die for her? 10 Then Abimelech said to him, What have you done to us? You have gone to sleep with your wife, and you have brought shame on us. 11 Then Abimelech summoned all his people, saying, Whoever touches this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. 12 So Isaac sowed in that land, and found that same year a crop of barley. And the Lord blessed him. 13 And the man waxed great, until he became very great. 14 And he had possession of flocks, and possessions of herds, and much land, and the Philistines envied him. 15 And all the wells which his father's servants had digged in the days of his father, the Philistines had stopped them, and filled them with earth. 16 And Abimelech said unto Isaac, Depart from us, for ye are much mightier than we. 17 And Isaac departed thence, and dwelt in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there. 18 And Isaac digged wells of water again, which the sons of Abraham his father had dug, and the Philistines had stopped them up after the death of Abraham his father, and he gave them names according to the names which Abraham his father had given them. 19 And Isaac's sons dug in the valley of Gerar, and found there a well of living water. 20 And the shepherds of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's shepherds, saying, It is their water. And he called the name of the well, Injustice, because they had wronged him. 21 And Isaac removed from there and dug another well, and they quarreled about that one also, and he called its name, Enmity. 22 And he removed from thence, and digged another well, and they strove not for it, and he called the name thereof Urubhut, saying, For now the Lord hath enlarged us, and hath multiplied us in the land. 23 And he went up from thence unto the well of the oath. 24 And the Lord appeared unto him that night, and said, I am the God of Abraham thy father, fear not, for I am with thee, and will bless thee, and multiply thy seed for Abraham thy father's sake. 25 And he built there an altar, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there, and Isaac's sons digged there a well. 26 And Abimelech went to him from Gerar, and Ahazeth his son-in-law, and Phicol the captain of his host. 27 And Isaac said unto them, Wherefore are ye come unto me, seeing ye hate me, and have sent me away from you? 28 And they said, We saw clearly that the Lord was with thee, and we said, Let there be peace between us and thee, and let us make a covenant with thee. 29 Do us no harm, seeing we have not abhorred thee, and have dealt well with thee, and have sent thee away in peace, and now thou art come unto us. Blessed by the Lord. 30 And he made them a feast, and they ate and drank. 31 And rising up in the morning, a man swore to his neighbor, and Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him after salvation. 32 And it came to pass on that day, that Isaac's sons came and told him about the well which they had dug, and said, We have found no water. 33 And he called the name of the city Othwell to this day. 34 And Esau was 40 years old when he took to wife Judah the daughter of Beer the Hittite, and Basemath, daughter of Elon the Hivite. 35 And they were quarreling with Isaac and Rebekah. One And it came to pass, when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, that he could not see, and Esau called his elder son, and said unto him, My son, and he said, Behold, I am old. 2 And he said, Behold, I am old, and know not the day of my death. 3 Now therefore take thy weapons, thy quiver and thy bow, and go out to the field, and hunt me venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. 5 But Rebekah heard him speak Isaac to Esau his son, and Esau went into the field to hunt venison for his father. 6 And Rebekah said unto Jacob her younger son, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, 7 Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, that I may bless thee before the Lord before my death. 8 Now therefore, my son, hearken unto me according to that which I command thee. 9 And go to the flock, and fetch me from thence 2 good and tender kids of the goats, that I may make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loveth. 10 And thou shalt go in unto thy father, and eat, that your father may bless you before he dies. 11 And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, My brother Esau is a man of the field, and I am a smooth man. 12 Lest my father feel me, and I be to him as one despised, and bring upon me a curse, and not a blessing. 13 And his mother said to him, Your curse be upon me, my son, only obey my voice, and go, bring it to me. 14 And he went and got it and brought it to his mother, and his mother made savory food, such as his father loved. 15 And Rebekah took the Jacob put on her younger son Esau's goodly garments, which were with her in the house. 16 And put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his arms, and upon the smooth of his neck. 17 And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had made into the hands of Jacob her son. 18 And she brought them to his father, and said, My father, who art thou, my son? 19 And Jacob said unto his father, I Esau thy firstborn, have done as thou spakest unto me. I rise up, sit down, and eat of my game, that thy soul may bless me. 20 And Isaac said unto his son, What is this that thou hast found so quickly, my son? And he said, What hath the Lord thy God delivered me from before me? 21 And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. 22 And Jacob went near unto Isaac his father, and felt him, and the voice of Jacob was in my ears, and the hands were the hands of Esau. 23 And he knew him not, because his hands were as the hands of Esau his brother, and blessed him. 24 And he said, Thou art my son Esau, but he said, I am. 25 And he said, Bring me near, that I may eat of thy venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it unto him, and he did eat, and he made him drink wine, and he drank. 26 And Isaac his father said unto him, Come near, I pray thee, and kiss me, my son. 27 And he came near, and kissed him, and smelled the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, Behold, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field full of corn which the Lord hath blessed. 28 And God give thee of the dew of heaven, and from the fatness of the land an abundance of grain and wine. 29 And nations shall serve thee, and princes shall bow down unto thee, and thou shalt be lord over thy brother, and thy father's children shall bow down unto thee. He that curseth thee shall be cursed, and he that blesseth thee shall be blessed. 30 And it came to pass, after that Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob his son, and it came to pass, when Jacob was gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting. 31 And he also made savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of his son's venison, as he did eat of his son's venison. Bless me, O my soul. 32 And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. 33 And Isaac trembled with a great and exceeding great joy, and said, Who then is it that hunted me venison, and brought it unto me, and I did eat of all before I came unto thee? And I blessed him, and blessed be he. 34 And it came to pass, when Esau heard the words of Isaac his father, that he cried with a great and exceeding bitter voice, and said, Bless me, even me also, my father. 35 And he said unto him, Thy brother came deceitfully, and took away the blessing. 36 And he said, Is his name Jacob rightly called? For he has taken away my birthright from me. And now he has taken away my blessing. And Esau said to his father, I will not withhold from you a blessing, my father. 37 And Isaac answered and said to Esau, If you have made him your lord, and all his brothers, I have made him a house of grain and wine, and I have sustained him. But what shall I do for you, my son? 38 And Esau said to his father, You have only one blessing, my father, bless me also, my father. And Isaac was overcome with grief, and Esau lifted up his voice and wept. 39 And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, of the fatness of the earth shall thy dwelling be, and of the dew of heaven from above. 40 And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, but it shall be a reward if thou wilt break his yoke from off thy neck. 41 And after that thou shalt eat bread, and drink wine. Esau said to Jacob about the blessing with which his father blessed him, The days of mourning for my father are at hand, that I may kill my brother Jacob. 42 And Rebekah told Esau her older son the words of Esau, and she sent and called Jacob her younger son, and said to him, Behold, your brother Esau is conspiring to kill you. 43 Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, flee to Paddan-aram to Laban my brother in Haran. 44 And dwell with him a few days until the anger of your brother turns away from you, and you are forgiven for what you did to him. I sent to send you away from there, lest I go without children from you both in one day. 46 And Rebekah said to Isaac, I am abhorrent to my life because of the daughters of the sons of hate. If Jacob takes a wife from the daughters of the land, what will my life be like to me? One And Isaac called Jacob, and blessed him, and charged him, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. 2 Arise, flee thou to Paddan-aram, unto the house of Bethuel thy mother's father, and take thee a wife from thence of the daughters of Laban thy mother's brother. 3 And God bless thee, and make thee fruitful, and multiply thee, that thou mayest be in the congregations of the nations. 4 And give thee the blessing of Abraham my father, to thee, and to thy seed after thee, that thou mayest inherit the land of thy sojournings, which God gave unto Abraham. 5 And Isaac sent Isaac his son, and said unto him, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. And Jacob went to Paddan-aram, to Laban the son of Bethuel the Syrian, the brother of Rebekah the mother of Jacob and Esau. 6 And Esau saw that Isaac had blessed Jacob, and that he was going to Paddan-aram to take him a wife from thence, and when he had blessed him, he charged him, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife of the daughters of Canaan. 7 And Jacob hearkened unto his father and his mother, and went to Paddan-aram. 8 And Esau saw that the daughters of Canaan pleased Isaac his father. 9 And Esau went unto Ishmael, and took Mahalath the daughter of Ishmael, Abraham's son, the sister of Nebaioth, to be his wife. 10 And Jacob went out from the well of the oath, and went to Haran. 11 And he came to a place, and lay down there, for the sun had risen, and he took of the stones of the place, and put them under his head, and lay down in that place. 12 And he dreamed, and, behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven, and the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. 13 And the Lord stood on it, and said, I am the Lord God. Abraham your father and the God of Isaac, do not fear the land on which you are sitting, to you I will give it and to your seed. 14 And your seed shall be as the sand of the earth, and shall spread abroad to the sea and to the west and to the north and to the east, and in you and in your seed shall all the families of the earth be blessed. 15 And behold, I am with you to keep you in all the way that you go, and I will bring you back to this land, for I will not leave you until I have done all that you have spoken to me. 16 And Jacob rose up from of his sleep, and said, The Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. 17 And he was afraid, and said, How awesome is this place! Is this not the house of God? And this is the gate of heaven. 18 And Jacob rose up early in the morning, and took the stone that he had put there for his pillow, and set it up for a pillar, and poured oil upon the top of it. 19 And Jacob called the name of that place, the house of God, and the name of the city at the first was Ulamless. 20 And Jacob vowed a vow, saying, If the Lord God will be with me, and will keep me in this land, on this way I go, and give me bread to eat and clothing to put on, 21 And bring me safely back to my father's house, and the Lord will be my God. 22 And this stone, which I have set up as a pillar, will be my God's house. And if you give me a tenth of all that, I will give it to you.